Today we have a brief talk to conclude Chapter 6 on the ablative of manner. Okay, so the ablative of manner answers the question, how? That is, how is something done? And in English we would respond with an adverb. So if I asked you, how did you run? Well, I ran quickly. Or how did you walk across the bridge? I walked carefully. That is, I did it with care, or I did it with quickness, or with speed, you could say. Or how did you feel about something? Well, I felt joyfully. That is, I did it with joy. So I'm going to give you a few examples of the ablative of manner. Okay, so here is a simple sentence with the ablative of manner. So cum cura ambulabam. I was walking, or I walked with care. Or you could say, I was walking carefully. You can always turn an ablative of manner into an adverb in English. Remember, an adverb is usually a word in English that ends in ly. Okay, so this is an example, cum cura, of ablative of manner. But oftentimes, the ablative of manner will add an adjective to it, so that this sentence would be written magna cum cura ambulabam. Okay, we only really changed one word here, so I was walking with great care. So we added the adjective magna to cum cura. So I was walking with great care, or we could say I was walking very carefully, you would say in English. Okay, so but notice that notice the position of the adjective magna. Normally adjectives go right next to the noun, they modify, but here the adjective is outside of the preposition, and so it's adjective, preposition, noun. And that's very common for ablative of manner. In fact, if you use the ablative of manner with an adjective, that's the preferred arrangement. Adjective, preposition, noun. Let me give you a couple of very famous examples of that. Okay, when you graduate from college, you can graduate from college summa cum laude. Okay, and what that literally means is with the highest praise. What it means practically, though, is with the highest honors, right? So, you have a really high GPA. I think for most schools it's over 3.5, and then you write a thesis paper, and it gets accepted, and it's a good paper, and so you graduate summa cum laude, okay, with the highest praise. You can also graduate magna cum laude, which means with great praise. Okay, this would be sort of the next step down on the ladder. And this is for someone usually who is over a 3.5 and perhaps writes a paper. Might not have been accepted as one of the best papers, but it's still very prestigious. And then you can also graduate cum laude, which means with honors, or with, literally, with praise. And in the U.S., there's a high school honor society called the Cum Laude Society. It's very prestigious. Not that many schools belong to it. And I think the top 10% of the kids in a class get accepted to it. Okay, so these are all ablatives of manner. And so when you have an adjective with a noun and you include the cum, then the correct order for this should be adjective, and then the preposition, which is cum, and then the noun. Okay, and then one final point on this. Let's go back to our original sentence, which was cum cura ambulabam. Okay, that was our original sentence. I was walking with care, or I was walking carefully. And then we added magna to it, and we said magna cum cura ambulabam. So then it became I was walking with great care, or I was walking very carefully. We can also write this sentence magna cura ambulabam. Okay, and all that we have done here is we have omitted the cum. We've taken it out. And if you have an adjective modifying a noun in an ablative of manner, you can omit the cum. Okay, you don't have to, but you can leave the cum out. So magna cura ambulabam would be I was walking with great care. And like I said, if there's an adjective modifying the noun, you can leave the cum out and just have the noun and the adjective in the ablative case. Okay, and thanks for tuning in, and that is all for this time, and looking forward to seeing you again in Chapter 7.